I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And this is Tanuki.
Suit. No? Is Suit not a part of it?
I think the name of the band is Tanuki. I know he said Tanuki Suit, but
okay, this is from My Insanity.
I'm sure he's misspelled it.
Well, his name is My Insanity, so that's possible, right?
It's Tanuki!
Okay, anyway.
The name of the song is Lordvessel. For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at... Middle America with Vin and Sori. God almighty. This thing has been up for a year and a half with about 240 videos and we still don't get it. Middle America with Vin and Sori. Now, there's multiple ways to get your song reviewed. Dear listener, there's my favorite option, community option, $1 Dig 8 at Patreon. Gets you sucked into the Borg, the clan, whatever you want to call it, where you will get immediately recruited by an alliance leader. You'll get to meet the famous Kellendros, the famous Zonia, the famous Pony, the famous Leah, all that jazz. And then there is, was it Minecraft? There's Minecraft, D&D. There's a whole subculture under there. And then when the website pops, which is about 90% done, you will also immediately get a backstage pass to the restricted area on our website. All that for $1, dear listener. Now, if you're a filthy capitalist like Sori, and you don't want to work in a team, and you don't want to pool your points together and influence what...
No, you just know what you want. You want to get your song straight on the short list.
You want to just get zoomed straight up there, then you can take the Fast Pass, the backstage Fast Pass option, $125 initially, and then after you've done that 3 times, it goes down to $75 in perpetuity. This is My Insanity, so I'm pretty sure he's at $75.
Oh yeah, he's yes.
He's an OG. I don't think he was ever at the $125 rate, right?
I don't think so either.
Yeah, because he was at $75. Okay, so the name of this song is Lordvessel from the band Tanuki. I've never heard of this band before. I've never heard a request for this song, and so I'm pretty certain that we're going to be the only reaction channel on the planet that does this song. We've done we're coming on 2,000 videos right now, and we've done some of the most obscure bands of all time, and that's because we have the ability to do that because of you wonderful people on Patreon. All right, so without further ado, this is Lordvessel Tanuki. Let's go. What did he say in the thingamajiggy?
Well, if you're a true gamer, you'll be able to know what this is about.
Well, I'm not a true gamer because I never finished this game because it was ridiculous.
What was it? What was the name of it?
Dark Souls, I think, is the name of the game.
Okay.
Dark Souls. And okay, so there are two games that I've never beaten that have haunted me. There was so Mario had a I forgot what the name. It was basically like the Lost Worlds or something in Mario.
Okay.
And there was this one particular. It's like famously hard. Like there's like a YouTube video of a guy finally beating it, but it's basically it was this impossible level on Mario. And I swear to God, I played that thing probably close to 3 days straight with very little breaks. I could never beat the level. It was just ridiculous. I'll try to find it on YouTube so you can see how ridiculous it is. Like,
so you gave up?
I was like, you know what? This is a waste of my freaking time. So I started playing guitar.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like 3 days straight, and I was I was drinking Red Bulls. I was like mega determined.
How old were you?
20 or something like that. It's the Lost World.
Oh my word!
Impossible level. There it is, like impossible level. Yeah. See, look. Now, if you see this thing, I'm telling you, it's the thing is literally impossible to beat, in my opinion. But somebody did it on YouTube, so it can't be impossible to beat. But then, when I first saw it, I was like, well, that guy probably, he probably did something and manipulated it. But the level was just insane. It was an insane level, insanely difficult, and
did you keep dying at the same spot?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah. So anyway, so it was that. I never finished that game, and then there was this game called Dark Souls, which I'm pretty sure that what this song is about, and it was also ridiculously insane to beat. And I just
see what this game is.
And I remember, yeah, if you put like Dark Souls, impossible, you'll see like the thing is.
Oh, that was more modern.
Oh yeah, Dark Souls is more modern.
Wait, how old were you when you were playing this?
I don't remember. But it was a horrible game. The bosses were impossible to beat, but I'm pretty sure that it's talking about this pretty much because it is in line with the storyline. And aside from the fact that this is talking about a video game, I mean the storyline is pretty much right there. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because we're playing this game now, like this. What do the kids call it? Fan fiction.
Undead.
So the kids right now are playing. It's like this made
fan fiction,
game,
yeah.
And we have superpowers, and you have to talk, and it's
kind of half fan fiction because some of it are already established characters, and a lot of them are characters that they made.
Right, and you kind of have to make it up as you go. It's kind of like I haven't really played D&D, but like. It's one of those things where there's a storyline and things like that. It's like when the kids were. What's the name of that show that we all watched with the kids that we really liked?
Once?
No, the one after Once. The kids in the 80s. Stranger Things. And you know how they're playing in the Demogorgon and da-da-da-da, and then you have to kind of talk. And I feel like D&D is kind of like that. So that's a game that the kids are playing right now.
Yeah.
But
were they playing Magic?
No, they were. I don't know what they were playing. Maybe it was Magic. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was one of those things. You have a dice, you roll it, and so there's structure to it because you have to roll dice or whatever. But you also have to kind of make up the story as you go along. My point is, like, these games are actually pretty sophisticated. They've got storylines, they've got character.
They were playing D&D.
There's storylines, there's character arches, there's all this type of thing like within the world of these video games. Mm-hmm. And initially, like Dark Souls is kind of highlights the evolution of the video game because initially it was like, hey, here's Mario and Princess got stolen by Koopa and then you gotta go through all that, and that's why you're doing it. And it was just a very flat, linear storyline, and there was not any depth to the characters, and there was no need for it to be a depth to the character. I mean, it was like the new thing. And then as the thing started to metastasize, look at this level, Dave, and it's ridiculous. Look. I mean, it's impossible. As the thing began to metastasize, then
oh my word!
Yeah, you have to time that. Look at this. You have to time that jump perfectly, and then. So I never even got to this level.
That far into
I never even got to this level. I mean, I'm telling you, Lost World is a ridiculously hard game to play. But my point is, video games have like really started to grow and take on. It's almost, you know, it's interesting. My mom used to say to me, "Vincent, get off the video game and read a book." Mm-hmm. And she was right, because it was just mindless gameplay. But now, if I saw the kids playing Assassin's Creed or something like that, I wouldn't tell them that, because now you're getting the backstory of history. Some of the Assassin's Creed video games take place in historical. There was like one with the Civil War and one with this and that, and so you're getting literature as you're playing. And that's where the forward progress of video games has been really, really interesting, because before it was just a mindless A B jump, time things, yada yada yada, but there wasn't really a lot of intellectual rigor that you had to apply. But now these games are so complex and the characters are so deep and complex that you are learning.
Yeah.
And it is literature. It's almost one of these like meta-narratival things where you are in the story, but you know you're in the story. Like that's where it's evolved to. And so this was a level. This was a level right here. This was the level. I would absolutely. It's such a hard level. It is such a hard level.
World C4. I don't know if that means anything to anyone.
Yeah, World C4 in the Lost. I'll show you. Maybe we'll have the YouTube. Maybe we'll have the video playing. As we're talking.
Take a screenshot of that,
because it was just an impossible level to play. I remember this part right here. You had to wait till then you had to jump, then you had to jump again, and then this thing happens. I'd always die right here. Terrible situation. Anyway, so aside from the video game aspect, sonically I really liked it. I like the melody stuff.
Yeah, I liked his voice.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it wasn't talking about anything current.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's very helpful. Because like I'm glad that we have these songs that are talking about current events or
they're important.
Important current event. By the way, if you're a Body Count fan, we're trying to land an interview with Body Count. So I was talking to the drummer this morning from the band. So if you guys can...
Yeah, he commented in our comment section.
Yeah, and I was talking to him. And
cool.
I was, so if you guys could kindly send some Facebook or Twitter posts to Body Count, and let's do a full court press. Maybe we can get a Body Count interview. But yeah, so sonically these guys sounded really, really good, because I like the melody aspect of it. It's kind of like a little bit pop punky as far as the choruses go, which I like. I like pop punk. Actually, I discovered that about myself. I like pop punk, the pop punk sound. Did you enjoy the song? Did you?
I did, but not as much as you would think, because normally I like that type of lyrics, but it was, I think I wanted a little bit more heaviness.
You wanted more crunch?
I wanted some more heavy instrument playing and stuff, but I did think that the guy had a nice voice. But yeah, it didn't really, and it felt a little bit like sonically repetitive.
Well, it was only 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a lot of variation in the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I mean, it's my opinion, okay?
Yeah, I didn't say your opinion. I didn't say your opinion was right or wrong, miss. All I simply said was, it's a 3-minute song. You're not gonna get a lot of variation. You're so defensive.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of white dudes on their steeds. Why, woman in distress? Don't talk to Sori like that.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you?
So for me it was kind of, I didn't have any clue what it was about. I knew it must be the storyline for a game, but the only game I know is Zelda. I mean, what was the name of that one? It's not even called Zelda.
I think
Is it called Zelda?
Legend of Zelda, yeah.
Yeah. That's only
poor fella.
Past that. I never did video games much when we were growing up. There was one video game, and I can't remember. It was basically like a knockoff of Zelda, and it was about like the bosses were pigs, and you had to like revamp the city, but you had to follow all the clues, and you had to remember things. And I got obsessed with this game and finishing this game, and I was so frustrated with how obsessed I was with the game I told myself I will never ever do this again in my life, and I never did.
My brother had this.
I hated that obsessed. I couldn't do anything else. I could barely eat because I just wanted to do the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he did it! I can't. This is the first. So frustrating.
Come back to us, bitch.
Yeah. My brother played this game called Picture Mario one time, and
leave it right there, please.
Basically, Picture Mario was like you're going all over France and all that stuff, and you're taking pictures. I never really understood the point of that game, but my older brother loved that game like with a passion. It's like the first time I'd seen him like in a while, like zeroing.
That seems like a learning one.
Yeah, it was a learning one. Like you'd have facts about Paris and things like that. All I remember was Paris, but yeah, it was Picture Mario.
Don't lose that because I want to have that scene right when you yell. I want to try to line that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Picture Mario was cool. But anyway, I like the song. I like the melody. What do you give it?
It was like an 8.7 for me.
8.8. Good
Always
song.
one-upping. Look at you. Wow.
Been out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.
Think for yourself, you bitch. Are you going to protect him? Come after me in the comment section.
Yeah. Why woman in distress?
Listen, why